Disgraced Shek warrior Ruka is a recruitable character in Kenshi and has inspired a great deal of discussion and even fan art from the game's community. She is also one of the first characters players will recruit, as she can be found close to the starting location of the default Wanderer start. Ruka is a member of the Shek, a race of large humanoids thought to be distant cousins of humanity. They have developed an outer carapace of bone and horns on their head. These physical attributes, combined with their warlike disposition and culture, makes them fierce and capable warriors. In Shek culture, the greatest honour is to die gloriously on the battlefield, this being the surest way to achieve entry into their afterlife. But Shek who are defeated in battle, but do not die, are castigated as cowards, have their horns removed and are forbidden from fighting, instead being assigned to menial servitude and are looked down on by their kin. Ruka is one such Shek, her trimmed horns giving the first clue to her history. Looking at my horns, human? Ruka can usually be found in one of the bars of Squid, and depending on the player's response, she will reply with some variation of the following. Well, even so, I can still prove my worth in battle without them. I have a question for you, outsider. What do you do if you are outnumbered on the battlefield? You might reply by saying you should fight to the death, and she will agree, or that you should run and hide, in which case she will say, so you take the coward's way out, and then you have to live with that awful shame? Surely that is a fate worse than death. But I didn't die. I awoke, surrounded by death but still alive. They labelled me a deserter and cut my horns on my return. I am no longer a warrior, but a servant. The player can respond that she's lucky to be alive, that no amount of honour is worth one's life. Perhaps. Either way, I will not remain here as an unclad warrior. But you seem different to the other outsiders I have met. Let us band together. I am intrigued to fight alongside you. I've always seen Ruka as a walking contradiction. While her whole sense of self-worth is wrapped up in Shek honor culture, she rejects her place within it, choosing to fight with the player when that same culture tells her she should just consign herself to menial labour. Regardless, Ruka makes a great addition to any Kenshi team, her natural affinity for combat helping a lot in the early game. She'll often complain during travelling, or when your party has to do some manual labour to make ends meet, but she's loyal to a fault. I like to think that her travels with the player and their other companions, taking her from her home to explore the vast world of Kenshi, might give her the perspective to throw off the narrow conceptions of what makes a life worth living that her culture's ideology has imbued her with. I'd like to quickly thank the over 50 people who have subscribed to my channel since I've started making these videos. It really does mean the world to me. I've been a little ill recently, as you can probably hear, and have not been able to put out as many of these lore videos as I would have liked. I hope to soon create more of the longer region lore videos. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.